It's not true. It's not.
You're right. Yes. You're right.
So welcome everybody to the Segal Theatre Center here at the Writers Center at CUNY. My name is Frank Hentschker. I'm the Executive Director and Director of Programs here at the Center. This is the last and final presentation of our three-day festival, which is truly an inspiring lineup and really voices from around the world. As we always do say, musicians listen to world music. Music from around is important to them for the development and their connections. We in theater also should listen to voices from around the world, but also the other voices from here, but also from all these regions. Our festival actually presents 9 different UN regions, and we have with us today India, Abhishek, flew in from Bangalore. Not only did he come to be with us, he also directed the play. He has a theater company, a significant emerging voice. But what I would like to say, these writers, all 9 of them, these are not playwrights in development or plays that will be changed. These are masters in their field, and they really represent a whole tradition and a culture of theater. It's like a bird, what you see on a tree. It might be a goldfinch, but it represents all the goldfinches that ever existed. Everything with them. So thank you for coming. The Segal Center bridges academia and professional theater, international and American theater. And of course, a festival like this is right in the heart of our mission. We'd like to thank you all for being with us. We'll thank our great team that made this possible. And I would like to thank the play company that graciously helped us to make this happen, Kate and Melissa. You come with us and everybody to I also would like to thank Elise Doxson from the Royal Court, who over 2.5 years developed that client. I had a hard time letting go. It's like, Kate has to do that, you have to do this, don't make this issue. And we really hope that she will be happy with us, with what we are doing tonight. But it's a great honor to have you here. You took time out of your life. And I would like to thank you also all for coming. We need great theater, but we also need a great audience. And I think you are, and this festival hopefully contributes to this. This is Christine Scarfuto, who produced for us the festival. And I would like to thank you all in the name of our entire team. Rebecca and Allison and Brad and everybody up there, the bowspreads and our stage managers and everybody. So thank you, and maybe tell us a little bit about the play. If you have a cell phone, please do take it out now so we can make sure it is on silent. I'll do the same. Thank you.
I also want to thank Frank for this was and has brilliant ideas in this festival. Really was his brainchild. So thank you, Frank, and thank you, Abhishek, for being here. There's not much I have to say. Thank you again to the play company. I just want to introduce the Djinns of Eidgah. And now I will present the cast.
I'll be reading stage directions.
Hi, I'm Ajay Naidu. I'm reading Abhijaan and Soldier 1.
I'm Purva Bedi and I will be reading Wani.
I'm Nick Chokshi. I'll be reading The Jinn.
Bernard White reading Dr. Bay.
Kendra Jane reading Ashrafi.
I'm Vandit. I'll be playing Bilal.
Shahar Isaac reading Khadim.
Hey, I'm Malik Pancholi and I'm reading Mushtaq and Soldier 2.
The Djinns of Eidgah by Abhishek Majumdar. For Dr. Mushtaq Marboob and his team of doctors in Kashmir, for the children of the valley, in memory of Watan Paul Bhattacharya. Scene 1. A deep red Kashmiri carpet on stage. Another red carpet of exactly the same design but much larger suspended at an angle in the space. The carpets have floral designs on them. The carpet on the floor has Abhijaan, Ashrafi, and Bilal sitting on their knees, looking at each other and smiling. Abhijaan is in his 40s, Ashrafi is 7, and Bilal is 12. Their clothes are spotless white. Abhijaan gestures to the children. They get their pillows and put them on Abhijaan's lap as he sits cross-legged. They lie down, facing up, looking at him. He smiles.
Which one?
The one about Hamza and the flying lamp.
No. We just did that one yesterday. Abu, the one in which Hamza tries to break the illusion.
But Hamza tries to break the illusion in every dastan.
Yes, but he never succeeds, does he?
Okay. Shh. Now, close your eyes and we will see. If you sleep, we can have everything in our dastan. The flying lamps, and also Hamza trying to break the illusion of war, and if all goes well, inshallah, even succeeding at it.
Really? Abu, can we have everything we want in our dastan?
Yes, anything. Anything that you want, but only if you're good children. If the children are good, the dastan becomes the blanket.
And if children are bad, the dastan becomes the chilling wind.
Dastan.
Dastan.
Long ago, in the year of the Saturn, in a time much like today, in a place much like this, there lived the general of the prophet.
The king, the prophet.
And there was his general,
the gallant Amir Hamza.
Hamza!
And Hamza, the general of the army of the prophet, was fighting the army of the devil, the evil Gulabuddin, a devil who claimed that he made Allah forgive him, that he himself was Allah. And it was magicians battling magicians, and sorcerers fighting sorcerers, and spells falling on spells, and illusions creating more illusions, and the world was coming apart by the tricks and passions of the two armies, Hamza's and Gulabuddin's army of
Djinns.
Of Djinns. Yes, Djinns. Mighty creations of the Almighty, made of scorching, smokeless fire, of pure passion and no reason. And the battle raged over red skies and fiery water and watery ice and green oceans, lavender mosques, and a yellow, yellow moon. And at this point in the battle, that one night, Hamza's daughter, the little girl Fatima, came up to him in his palace and said, "Abba Jan, my dear Abba Jan."
Fatima, my dear Fatima, replied Abu.
"Abu, my dear Abu, my flying lamps have been stolen from the palace. I saw them move away last night, slowly, very slowly on their own. They went away one by one over the ocean to some distant land, and my room, Abu, was plunged into darkness. So I ran to the window, Abu, and looked at the ocean, which was the color of the moonlight. And slowly, very slowly, I saw the ocean recede, and the moon glide away, away, and far away from the palace. And that lampless, oceanless, moonless moment, Abu, I began to cry uncontrollably."
But just then, 2 jinns appeared.
"Jinns," said Amir Hamza.
Yes, jinns. Hafiz, Rafiz, Rafiz, Hafiz.
Hafiz. "Gods, demons, and angels all at once," she said in excitement. "My jinns appeared and told me that you will never win the war, Abu, nor will Gulabuddin." "What blasphemy!" yelled Hamza. "And where are these unscrupulous jinns of yours?" said Hamza, fuming. Fatima walked quietly up and said, "The war is over, Abu. The war is over today. My jinns have broken the illusion of war for me." "Your jinns have broken the illusion of war," said Hamza. "Something I have not been able to do in years." "Yes, Abu. They broke it the moment they remembered that it is after all an illusion, this war. When you fight, you forget everything else, Abu. So does the evil Gulabuddin. But both of you forget that this war isn't real, Abu. Both of you fight as if it were." "Look up at the skies, Abu," she said, pulling Hamza. "Those 2 stars up there are my eyes. And the moment your eyes meet my eyes, you will see the world from the sky. And only then will you break the illusion too. Abu, whenever you look for my eyes in the sky, you shall find them, and they shall remain there forever and ever." Having said this, she looked up at Hamza, and Hamza looked at his daughter's face. There were only 2 holes where her eyes should have been, and up in the sky were her 2 stars. Hamza cried aloud, and he held his daughter tightly. "That evil Gulabuddin has taken my daughter's eyes," he said. "I shall gorge out the eyes of every single child in this kingdom." Saying which, Hamza got onto his magic horse, and with his magic soldiers and his jinns went to war with Gulabuddin, with a rage that the world has neither seen before or has felt since then. Fatima screamed and yelled, begging her father to look up at the sky, but the enraged Hamza never looked up. The battles rages again and again, but Fatima's eyes keep lurking in the sky. And even tonight, if you look up at the sky, you will find Fatima's eyes waiting for her Abba to break the illusion. To break the illusion by his eyes meeting her eyes. In the name of Allah the Almighty, the Queen of Sleep bless you with pleasant and beautiful dreams. Shabakir.
Scene 2. Bakshi Stadium, day 1, morning. Khalid and Bilal are in the changing room. They are packing their clothes, shoes, etc. in the kit bag after training. It is a dirty, broken down space, has a window without glass, and from the window one can see soldiers' uniforms drying on a clothesline. Bilal is standing and looking at the sole of his shoe. Khalid is wiping sweat off his body with a towel.
I have noticed this about you, Bilal.
What?
Whenever we play in the campus of the girls' college, you tend to break your soul. Bullshit. I love that sudden burst of additional force in your kick and the crowd going, Bilal, Bilal.
Khalid, they won't even consider me for selections without boots.
Hina, Or was it Hamida? What was her name?
Khalid, I will kill you. What are you going on about?
That girl, what's her name? The one with the shrill voice.
Khalid, I am serious.
About her? Her father is a Mobi in the mosque. They will stuff your boots in your ass and play football with your balls.
He pretends to kick a really small ball.
Oh, sorry. Offside.
They sit down on the floor. Khalid takes out a colored energy drink. He takes a sip and gives it to Bilal.
So your father started smuggling gold bars to the Middle East?
It is an energy drink, Bilal. It will help you run when that Hina or Hamida's father chases you.
Why does a goalkeeper need a drink?
Why does an Argentina supporter want to go to Brazil?
Even if I do make it, Khalid, I maintain Argentina is more heart.
And Brazil is more World Cups.
Shouldn't matter to you. In any case, you're crazy about that robotic German club.
European football, Bilal. That's where my future is.
You'll make a terrific linesman in Europe with a whistle in one hand and this drink in another, running up and down with complete dedication and energy.
European football, Bilal, is all technique.
Europeans play to not lose. South Americans play to win.
You should play for India. Indians play to run around the ball.
Bilal looks at his shoe again.
Won't last. Not till day after.
2 days?
Unlikely.
"10 kilometers. Shot, dribble, and pass drills, and then the game. And in the middle of all this, a stupid curfew. I mean, how will I get this fixed? I mean, does anyone even remember what the curfew is for anymore?
Because the Indians want you to remember that you are not supposed to disturb the peace talks with the sons of bitches while their soldiers breathe down your neck. Tomorrow afternoon.
I won't be there.
Tomorrow is big, Bilal.
The day after is big.
Your father will be ashamed of you.
No, he would be proud.
People will spit on you.
I won't be around for people to spit on me.
So it's all about you now?
Yes. And it should be about you too.
Tomorrow.
Khalid, I don't care if people spit on me.
You don't care? About Kashmir?
I am Kashmir. And so are you. Play well the day after.
If you need my shoes, you can borrow mine.
I'll manage. My shoes will
Won't last. And no one else will give it to you. The boys have been noticing you. You weren't even there yesterday after the practice for the protest and the procession, so it hasn't gone down well with most of them.
I was there.
Yes, as long as it was naturally moving towards your house. I'm not talking about getting caught in the procession. I'm talking about being in it.
Khalid?
Mushtaq enters. Mushtaq is slightly older to them. He is not the coach, but he is a senior player who helps the team.
Oh, the bright lights of Kashmiri football in one room.
Mushtaq bhai.
Shows him Bilal's shoes. Mushtaq takes one, looks at it.
That won't last, not another session.
Mushtaq bhai, will our trials be together?
Depends on coach side and the foreign selector.
We just have one pair of shoes.
Okay, I will speak to coach side.
Mushtaq takes out 2 slips from his pocket, gives one each to both of them.
Here, these are your maps and your timings. It'll tell you when and where you should join the procession tomorrow. Memorize it, and then chew the paper.
What about today?
It's impossible today. We need to meet this evening to plan further at the old school. I hope both of you will be there. Khalid, Bilal, no excuses this time, okay? It is right in front of your house. Why did you disappear from the procession yesterday?
The curfew.
When the curfew is only for you in your backyard? I could stay and raise my voice. Khalid could stay and raise his voice. Youngsters are looking up at you. The team is now an international eye, and you are running away, just running away like a coward.
I have a sister to take.
Oh, and we don't have anybody.
Pulls him over towards a window.
See, look at that. This is your stadium. You play here, you practice here, look at them. What are they doing here?
Pointing to the soldiers.
Don't you feel ashamed, Bilal, when you have to enter your own stadium like a thief from the back gate because some bastard in a green helmet can just stop you and threaten to shoot you for merely doing what you love doing the most? Don't you feel free? When you run, when you fall, when you scrape your shin, when you sweat, when your eyes water, when you win or when you lose. Look at them! It is not their game, it's yours. Play it!
Bilal stands with his head hung low.
He will come, Mushtaq Bhai.
This is Kashmir's hero, who sits in his house while a funeral procession gets shot at right in front of his house. Does he even know what happened yesterday in the afternoon after he fled?
My sister Ashrafi collapsed when she heard the crowd passing by. When she heard bullets, I held her tightly for 45 minutes as she shook in my arms with her head dug deep into my chest. Perhaps she needs me more than your sister needs you, Mushtaq Bhai, or Khalid's sister needs him, because although she's 14, her mental age is that of 9 or 10 years old. An age at which she traveled with Araba's body on her lap after he was shot dead in a bus. After all they were doing, Mushtaq Bhai, was that they were going for a wedding. At an age when a girl loves new dresses, my sister Ashrafi is afraid of them. I'm sorry, Mushtaq Bhai. Allah knows that if I get selected, I can get her treated in a good hospital somewhere outside. My selection can go a long way to help us make something of our lives. I can't take chances, Mushtaq Bhai, not for her sake. For her sake. And mine.
Also, yesterday, in the afternoon, the soldiers in front of your house shot at the funeral procession you fled from. A funeral of a 7-year-old. In the shootout, they killed his brother, who was 12. They killed his brother, and they imposed a curfew so that people could not gather, and the child could not be buried. His mother will be sitting with his head on her lap for another 24 hours before her son can be buried. So before you bullshit with me, always remember Bilal Naeem, jersey number 6, Kashmir's star, right out, right leg, goal-scoring machine. That special as you may be, Khalid's sister, or my sister, or anybody else's brother or sister does not need us one bit less than your sister needs you. Are you meeting the doctor today?
Yes, in the afternoon.
Take this letter and give it to the doctor. Ask him not to go to the talks with the Indians. Look at me. Look at me.
Mushtaq comes close to Bilal and holds him.
Inshallah, you will make it, Bilal. Inshallah, you will be the star of Kashmiri football and reach where nobody else did. And I am there with you, isn't it?
Gee, Mushtaq.
But for Mushtaq Bhai to be proud of his star Kashmiri players, there needs to be a Kashmir, no? A proud Kashmir. Give this letter, Bilal. Do not let that doctor humiliate us by going for this talk. One day you will be proud of yourself, believe me.
I will give it, Mushtaq.
Bilal and Khalid remain standing quietly. Mushtaq hugs Bilal.
In the evening, at the old school.
Gee.
I will speak to Coach Saib about not keeping your trials together. Give him your shoes, Khalid, but hide a nail inside.
Khalid picks up his bag and is about to leave when he finds that Bilal is still looking at the soldiers' clothes on the clothesline. Khalid slaps him on the head. They stand together and keep looking at the military uniforms. Scene 3, day 1, afternoon. The government psychiatric hospital in Srinagar. Dr. Beg's room. Dr. Beg has placed his chair in front of his desk rather than behind it. There is a bench on another side of the room on which Dr. Wani sits with a notepad in her hands. She takes notes as the session proceeds. A partition separates this room from the outside. Outside on a bench is Bilal, waiting for his sister with Mushtaq's letter in his hands. Ashrafi enters the clinic with her doll.
Ashrafi Naeem. Assalamu alaikum, Ashrafi.
She's talking to you. Go on, speak to her. Walaikum assalam, Dr. Saeed.
Salam alaikum, Ashrafi Begum.
Walaikum assalam, Dr. Saeed.
Yes. On time today.
Ashrafi spreads her hand out. Beg takes out 2 small toffees from his drawer, places them next to each other.
Eclair or sugar toffee? No, not both. One for getting here on time and the other when we start playing, okay? So, we were talking about a bus ride the last time.
Doctor said you did not give me the school bag you promised.
Oh, is that why you were upset with me?
Yes? No, the school bag.
Okay. Ashrafi, I will give you the school bag, but for that, schools have to be open.
You! Why did you close the schools?
I did not.
You did, I know.
No. Who told you that?
I know. But if I tell you, you won't believe me.
Why won't I believe you?
Because you don't know. If you knew, then you would have known.
Ashrafi, okay, look, I did not close the schools. I want the school to be open for all of you to go out and play. Shall we start the bus ride?
Okay. This is my bus. I am the driver. I'm driving woon, woon, from their home in Mirpur to a wedding. Yes. No. This won't go there. Of course it will. 5 rupees. You have? Good. So I'm driving there. There comes Ashrafi and her Abba, the gallant Jamal of Mirpur. They get in, they sit down, and then I keep driving. I drive and they are sitting over there.
Beg gets up and just stands outside the make-believe bus trying to get in, waving his hand at the driver. Ashrafi looks at him but does not stop the make-believe bus.
Driver!
The bus does not go where you want it to go.
Why don't you try playing Abba?
Okay, but quickly, we need to get home. Bilal has to go for practice.
Where is Bilal?
At home. He's not on the bus with us.
Okay. And where is he now?
Now, I am on the bus, and he is not on the bus.
Okay, Ashrafi, see, I need you to understand this. Now we are in my room, and we are pretending that you are in a bus, right? So this is happening for real.
Gesturing towards his room.
And that is not happening now.
Pointing to the bus.
Right?
For you, because you are not on the bus. I am in the bus. This is happening for real. Come into the bus. I really have to go early today.
Okay. So I will play Ashrafi.
No, you can't play me. I am here in the bus.
Okay, then I'll play Abba.
No, you can't. Don't keep spoiling it. My bus. It's my bus. Play something else. This man or this family of 7. Don't be a part of my... Don't... Now I can't remember.
But you remember more than this, Ashrafi, don't you? Just the other day, we almost reached the wedding.
Why can't you just stay where you need to be? Why can't you just watch my bus from outside? It's all because of you. It is all because of you.
Okay. Look, I am outside now. I am not in the bus, see?
Ashrafi picks up her doll, says something to the doll, looks at the doctor, talks to the doll again about the doctor, and sits facing away from Dr. Beg.
The bus cannot go on. There is a curfew.
Yes, there is a curfew.
I have to go home before the curfew starts.
Yes.
I have to get back home before the curfew starts, Beg Saab. I heard the timings on the radio.
You mean now? Yes, of course.
What? What did you think, Dr. Saab?
I thought you were talking about the bus, Ashrafi.
Which bus? This bus. You are mad, Dr. Beg. You are mad. I know. You are mad.
Okay, Ashrafi, you can go home now. We will meet again tomorrow.
Ashrafi
Okay.
stretches her hand out again. Beg smiles, gives her the other coffee.
Khuda Hafiz, Ashrafi Begum.
Allah, Hafiz.
Bilal?
Yes, Dr. Saab.
Ashrafi holds Bilal's hands and stands. In the other hand, he has Mushtaq's letter.
Shefu, go and sit on the bench, okay? I'll meet Dr. Saab and come.
Ashrafi does not leave him.
I can see you from here, Shefu. And see, if you bend like this, you can see me. Yeah. I can see your eye. Very nice, Shefu. Now go and... Yes, Shefu. It's all neat and clean. You're a good girl. Now sit there and I'll be back. Okay?
Ashrafi nods and shows him her doll.
Yes. Go sit there with Hafiz. Okay?
Ashrafi walks away. Bilal stands in front of Beg. Beg looks at the letter in his hand for a moment. Bilal is about to speak when Beg pulls out a newspaper from his briefcase, keeps it on the table. Bilal looks at it, hangs his head.
Yeah. Yes. Don't you have anything to say? When is your football trial?
Day after, Big Sam.
On Eid? Is this what you should be doing, Bilal? This? The pride of Kashmir, the football team was seen at the funeral procession last evening around Eidgah. Along with the protesters, the team joined in with stone pelting and sloganeering and yes, here you are. Pride of Kashmir, here, on this page. Is this what it's all about? Is this why you have left everything behind and moved to Srinagar with your sister?
Bilal puts the letter back in his pocket.
Dr. Saab,
Bilal, you cannot afford to be stupid right now. If required, don't come back together with the other boys from practice. I was shocked to see you in that procession yesterday.
Dr. Saab, you were...
Yes, I was there, returning from a patient's when one of these boys threw a stone at my car.
Your car? Oh, Dr. Saab, were you hurt?
This valley needs heroes, Bilal, fulfilled ones, not the ones who were promising and did not finally get anywhere. You can be fulfilled. You can leave with your sister and give her a good life. You cannot afford to mess this up right now, Bilal. You understand, don't you? Go. Before the curfew starts again. And I don't even remember which one is about to start now.
Bilal is about to bring the letter out, but stops.
Allah Hafiz, Dr. Saab.
Allah Hafiz, Bilal.
Bilal leaves. Beg sits down. Wani is silent. Tense silence between them.
Beg Saab, the boys stoned your car.
Yes, they did. How did the whole city know about this list all of a sudden?
It was on the television, Dr. Beg. A news channel did a story on the people from the valley who have been selected for the talks with the Indians. The ones who have declined and the ones who will be talking. People are already on the streets, and now this thing about the peace talks. The list announced on the same evening as the killing of a child in cold blood. Dr. Beg, it has really made some people angry. And perhaps in their anger, they...
Anger. And sometimes I start believing the Indians. Maybe we won't be able to handle this place if it were given to us. Oh, of course, I forget.
Dr. Saab, the boys, they should not have stoned your car.
No, why not? Even you don't think I should talk to the Indians, isn't it?
I never said that.
Wani, I have known you long enough to be able to read your silence. You were the only person who did not come to my room yesterday after I heard from the ministry. Which is why, Wani, you are the last one to know that my car was stoned by Kashmir's latest heroes. Kashmir's children.
Beg Saab, forgive me, but I'm not sure if there is any point in talking to the Indians.
You are not sure, Wani? Sitting here in this hospital, you are not sure if we should speak or not? Look at this place, the only psychiatry hospital in the entire valley. You and I have to be miracle workers in here. When I was stepping in today, Wani, I saw the number on the register, 45,178. 45,000. The sum total of the bravery and passions of our occupier and our revolutionaries. Their report card on our register at the entrance. That many people have walked in through that gate just this year, and it's not even Eid. And 5 of us in here. 2 are my students, including you, and 2 are yours. These are our chances. We are doctors, Wani. Our job is to heal. People want revolution. Where will we keep it? We don't even have enough benches for our patients to sit on.
When is it, Dr. Sahab?
Day after tomorrow.
Eid.
Yes. They want to meet on Eid.
These Indians. I can't tell what is more worrying, Dr. Beg. When they're openly hostile or when they're pretending to be friendly.
Scene 4. Dr. Beg stands outside the Eidgah at a slight distance, suspended time between life and death. The Jinn appears inside. He is painted green and golden. His face is not clearly visible, but there is a disfiguration to his throat. It is like a hole, slightly larger than the size of a revolver bullet. There is a sound of the Islamic prayer for the dead, Fatiha, behind, but it seems unclear and muffled. The sound is layered with the sound of a father telling a young boy a story in Urdu. The child laughs and makes noises of wind, sword fights, rain, etc. in the soundtrack. The soundtrack layers these 3 sounds, but the child sounds are louder than the others. Dr. Beg takes very slow steps towards the gate. The Jinn walks to him as if mirroring his pace. Dr. Beg goes really close, and as the face of the Jinn becomes more visible, he stops. The Jinn's stomach is visible, and it seems to be burnt. As soon as Dr. Beg stops, the Jinn appears restless. He keeps looking at Dr. Beg intently and tries to spread his arms open as Dr. Beg recedes. The sounds reach a crescendo. Scene 5, day 1, late afternoon. Ashrafi and Bilal's house. A small room with an old television without the back so that its picture tube is visible. A mattress, a carpet. Ashrafi doing makeup on Bilal. Bilal is watching a football match. The window is open, clock on the wall, a radio, same day, afternoon.
How could you get it wrong, Shefu?
Sit straight.
The curfew time has not changed. You heard it wrong on the radio.
How do you know?
I asked Khalid on the phone.
Then you should have asked Khalid bye in the first place. Bashan, I am not him. I have things to do of my own, okay?
Shefu, you have to stop watching television. Look at the way you speak, even to Dr. Saab. No one in the valley speaks to him like that. My God, Shefu. If Ammi were here, she would give you 2 tight ones.
If Ammi were here, she would let me go wherever I wanted, whenever I wanted, with Hafiz.
You're Hafiz.
Hafiz had told me several things, Bashan, about that doctor.
Oh, really? Like what?
That the doctor is mad. He's like a kafir, an infidel, which is why he never enters the gates of Eidgah. He goes there every evening and stands outside.
Shefu, what do you know about the Eidgah?
That which everyone knows.
What?
That it is a graveyard of the martyrs, and in there are jinns. Living jinns, and they are all living there, in that world.
You and your Hafiz.
He looks at the clock.
Okay, I have to go.
Bashan.
No. Makeup after I come back from the team meeting, okay? Mustaq will kill me if I don't go today. Okay?
But, Bashan, how will you have the meeting? The curfew is all night.
The curfew time has not changed.
Tomorrow, have the team meeting tomorrow.
Shefu, the team needs to plan for the selections and everyone needs to meet, okay? It's not in my hands.
Bashan, no, don't wipe the makeup, please. You are my only model, Bashan. Bashan, please don't go out in the curfew. You're my... Bashan!
Shefu, see, I'm here. For real, I am. You can feel my face with your hands. I am here.
You're my only model, Bashan.
Well, you're my only beautician, huh? Okay, Shefu. You know what will happen if I get through this football trial? You know if I get through this football trial, what will happen?
You'll go away.
Yes, and you will come with me to Brazil. We will be completely free. We can go wherever we want, whenever we want. You can go to school every day. And I will play the World Cup, and you will become a master beautician.
Abba, will he come with us? Will he be there?
Abba will be fine. Abba will be in his world.
Which world?
Abba is fine, Shefu. In his world, in the other world. Okay?
And Hafiz?
We will take care of Hafiz as well, promise.
Bashan, will you be gone for long?
I will come back in no time.
Bashan, will you?
She pulls 2 pillows, a big one and a small one.
Sleep. And before you know, I will be back.
She lies down. He sits next to her and begins to tell her a dastan.
The stan. Which one?
The one with Hamza.
And the flying lambs. Okay. Long ago, in a land much like ours, in the year of the Saturn, in the kingdom of heaven, there was the general of the king.
The king, the prophet, the king of the prophet.
And there was his general.
Bashan, did a boy die yesterday?
What?
Didn't a boy die yesterday, Bashan? Right here, someone close by? Did he go to Allah, Bashan, or has he now become a Jinn?
Shefu, what are you talking about? Who told you a boy died yesterday?
Holding her doll.
Hafiz. Us, Hafiz, Hafiz. Long ago, in the year of the
Saturn, at a time much like this, there lived
his mother. She thinks he is dead, Bashan. She is sitting with his head on her lap.
Shefu, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's in the Dastan, Bashan. When jinns die, people think they are dead. The armies of the Gulabadin and Hamza think they are dead, but have you ever been to the funeral of a jinn?
No.
And will you?
No, I don't. Shefu, go to sleep. What are you saying?
Will you?
Sometimes you sound like other people.
You're not telling me the Dastan,
I
Bashan.
am, Shefu. Sleep. If the children are good, the Dastan becomes a blanket. If the children are bad,
The Dastan becomes the chilling wind. Bashan, do you think that boy, he felt cold when he died? Is death hot or cold, Bashan?
Shefu, go to sleep. Shefu.
Will you go for his funeral or will you stay here, Bashan? Tomorrow, what will you do, Bashan? Are you with the jinns or are you with the enemies of Hamza?
And as Hamza's eyes start to meet,
Fatima's eyes
are hanging in the air. If Hamza's eyes meet Fatima's eyes, that day,
they will never meet. They will. Will you get me your magicians battling magicians, battling magicians,
Go to sleep, Shefu. May the Queen of Sleep bless you with good dreams. In the name of Allah the Merciful. Shabbat.
He puts Ashrafi to bed. She is fast asleep. He sits next to her. On one side of him is Ashrafi, and on the other his football boots. He looks outside, but holds her and keeps sitting. Scene 6, day 1, night. The bunker of the Central Reserve Police Force, CRPF, close to the Eidgah. Same night. The gate of the Eidgah is visible. This is the complete form of the gate that is visible between the Jinn and Dr. Babe. It's not very brightly lit. Soldier 2, early 20s, is ringing a small bell and praying to pictures of Hindu gods on the walls. Soldier 1, early 40s, comes running in, looks at him in shock, keeps his gun aside and slaps him on his head. Soldier 2 stops and salutes. Sir. Soldier 1 slaps him on his head again.
Don't sir me. I'm same post as you.
Still, sir, you are older.
What's this?
Sir, today is Tuesday.
So?
Good day for Lord Hanuman.
Here? Next to the Eidgah? When everyone is breaking fast for Ramzan? You're thinking of Lord Hanuman?
Sir, this is our country. We can do
This
whatever
is
we
not
want.
our
Sit on his head again.
We're sitting here, okay? This has got nothing to do with Lord Hanuman anyway. Just stand guard and watch for movement.
Soldier 2 stands guard, unhappily. On the way to the window of the bunker, he apologizes to Lord Hanuman quietly.
They're not here.
In the school?
No.
Behind the mosque?
No. Home.
Then they must be home.
All of them? All of the boys?
Yes, sir. They must be tired after today.
These boys from the mountain. They don't tire that easily.
You really think they'll come again?
I'm sure. In hordes. They would have yesterday itself, but the procession got shot at Lal Chowk itself. Tomorrow, not only will they be here, they'll be here with stones in their hands and blood on their hands.
Sir, when will our shift change?
After this thing gets over, I'm sure.
But we will have backup by tomorrow.
Hopefully.
If they come here, I will shoot.
They'll skin us alive. Don't do anything stupid.
By the grace of Lord
Oh,
Hanuman.
shut up! You shut up and look.
Sir, don't mind me asking, but you are not Hindu?
Yes, I am.
So,
What?
if you are Hindu, you don't pray to...
I'm a Hindu, but I'm not stupid.
A true Hindu cannot get hurt by stones, sir.
Oh, good. Then stand in front of the bunker tomorrow morning.
Sir, how long have you been here?
3 years in Srinagar. This picket is new, though.
Why, sir? Here? Where are the militants here? It's just houses all around, isn't it? What could possibly happen?
Stay here another day and you'll realize what could happen.
What, sir? You're making me a little nervous, I must say.
You see that gate?
Yes, sir.
What does it say? Read it.
It's in Urdu.
Underneath that. Look at the gate. It's in English.
Lest you forget, we gave our today for your tomorrow. This is a martyr's graveyard.
Yes. Good. So you're not as dumb as I thought you were.
Soldier 2 quickly goes close to the photo of the god, rings the bell, puts a red tika mark on his forehead, and comes back and stands.
Erase it! Are you stupid? You want to stand in guard next to the Eidgah, surrounded by God knows how many of these bloodthirsty boys with a red tika on your forehead? What are you, a super Hindu?
This will ward off the evil, sir. Mine will work for both of us, but I suggest you also apply some. It'll be more foolproof. These graveyards are full of ghosts, sir. I'm telling you, all kinds of ghosts.
Shut up. They've posted us here so that there's no trouble, so that things don't get out of hand. So that even if they get provoked or heated up in some funeral procession with all those slogans pumping their blood into their foreheads, we can control the alarm. The population, you know what that means? To control them? Not to provoke them by standing here with a red tika on your head. God, why do I posted with idiots? Always!
Ashrafi appears in front of the gates of the Eidgah. Just her silhouette is seen. She sits down outside the gate and appears to be speaking to someone who is inside. She seems to be talking, mumbling, laughing. Soldier 2 notices her, abruptly takes aim, and loads his gun.
What are you doing?
She's meeting someone, Sahib. I was right, Sahib.
Who? I can't see anyone.
She's laughing, Sahib. I'm sure she is. You don't know these people, Sahib. They're...
Shh! What's wrong with you?
I know these people, Sahib. Sahib, you shoot her.
What?
Yes, Sahib.
He picks up the gun and tries to go towards the window himself. Soldier 1 hits him again.
What's wrong with you?
It's a curfew. She can't.
It's okay. You can't
shoot her for just...
I know these people, Sahib. I had seen even their children.
Soldier 2 gets up to shoot again. Soldier 1 hits him even harder and snatches him. Soldier 2 is bleeding.
She will blow up on our faces and we will be in shreds like cloth lying around. You don't understand. These people are mad.
I don't know about her, but you are mad. Completely mad. Tomorrow morning, the first thing I do is report you to the commandant.
I will report you. We can shoot. We must shoot. We can shoot anyone we like, anyone we suspect. You know, you are mad. All you old soldiers are mad.
Soldier 1 comes charging at Soldier 2, slaps him hard on the back of his head. Soldier 2 falls to the floor. Soldier 1 loads his gun and points it at Soldier 2.
Oh my God! Oh my God! What are you doing? Are you gonna kill me? What did I do?
Shut up! I will kill you if you're stupid. I can afford insanity, okay? But stupidity, no. Not you. I will not be lynched by a mob of boys because of an idiot like you.
Soldier 1 goes to the window of the bunker and keeps observing Ashrafi closely. Ashrafi comes out of the bunker with her wooden doll. She faces the soldier. Soldier 1 smiles at Ashrafi. Ashrafi smiles at the soldier. Ashrafi leaves. Scene 7, day 2, morning. Boys' changing room in Bakshi Stadium. Khalid and Mushtaq are sitting on one of the benches. A carton box is kept next to them. All the equipment from the first scene between them is missing. There is another polythene packet in the space. It is not clear what is inside it. Mushtaq pulls out a pair of children's boots from the carton box.
Here. Size 3.
And this one is for...
Assalamu alaikum, Mustaq bhai.
He stops and looks around the space, notices that things are missing.
What happened, Mustaq bhai? Where's our equipment?
Where is our equipment? You tell him, Khalid. You tell our star where his equipment is.
Where is it, Khalid?
They took it.
Oh, what did you expect, that the Indian sons of bitches would leave your equipment here for you to practice the day before your trial?
Where are the other boys? We need
You arrive late and you want to
I was
practice.
on the way, Mustaq bhai, at the picket for check.
Oh, right. So you don't land up for meetings because of the curfew, and you don't land up for practice on time because of checking. Good. And now you want to practice without equipment. Wonderful. Go on, practice.
I'm not lying, Mustaq bhai. I really was held up by soldiers.
Of course, you were in the papers. Bilal, Naeem. You think they're not keeping a watch on us? On the entire team? Why do you think our equipment vanished?
Khalid, will you practice with me? We can do the formations at least.
Just you and me? Here? How?
Let's.
Bilal, we don't have a ball. They've taken all the footballs we had, the whole bag.
Well, let's imagine the ball. Yeah. Let's try. We have to try something, Khalid.
Go on. He's asking you to imagine the ball. Let me see.
Come on, Khalid. Just stand up. Okay. Just imagine you're at the goalpost.
Khalid stands up, not knowing exactly what he is supposed to do, but does what Bilal says. Bilal goes to the other side of the room.
Now, let's just do the moves, okay? Close your eyes. Imagine. Just try. Okay. Move 1. Formation of the bird. Bashar to Majid. Bilal runs down the flank. Majid to Bilal. Bilal passes to Bashar. Bashar heads towards Bilal on the flank. Bilal shoots.